Well, I must have missed something, huh?
Yeah. Me too, Bob. So Sarah Avery, I live on Irving Street. And just, to react to some of those comments, this council, for the most part, isn't running because they've committed fraud. And it's, it's documented, it's clear, there's no question about it, that this council colluded to protect Stafford when there is a preponderance of evidence of that he created a hostile work environment and absolutely tormented the female employees. It's not even a question. So where do I start? Where do I start? Let's start with the 2/1/24 excerpt out of Stephanie Schwartz's interrogatory response to the plaintiff's attorney, claiming that denying that the plaintiff was subjected to retaliation, and everybody on board with that. So let's just talk about retaliation of the CFO and the amount of money that was spent of our tax dollars to defend the indefensible. All right? The CFO was accused of violating her duty of loyalty and acting unethically, which is completely false. She's the only ethical person in this group, other than Russo and Cummings. None of the rest of you have any ethics. The CFO was excluded from budget meetings. The CFO this is what he tried to do. Tried to exclude the CFO from having anything to do with the payment of the O'Toole-Scrivo invoice, tried to prevent the CFO from having anything to do with the fire department, including the pension liability, excluded the CFO from the finance committee. I'm late this evening because I was in a finance committee meeting for an organization. That's good governance, having a finance committee. This is not an example of good governance, what happens here. The CFO was accused of suing the JIF, and by the way, the mayor took a contribution from the JIF. It's called Business and Governmental, I'll tell you what it is, Business and Governmental Insurance Agency. Yeah, the mayor took a contribution from them, and they're part of the JIF. The CFO, they tried to prevent the CFO from having anything to do with the purchase of liability insurance. That's the Garden State Mutual Insurance Fund, which approved the reimbursement of the payment to the threat actor. They sought to remove the CFO from performing her core job duty.
Thank you, that's your
which
time.
is contrary to what the community is entitled to.
Thank you.
And believe me, you have not heard the last of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, you think that that my comments mean nothing, but I have been making these comments in public comment sessions. It is all recorded. I am a whistleblower, and I cannot be ignored. How are you going to retaliate against me, Mayor?